ready for our board, we're going to actually stretch it onto this board. So to stretch it, we talked in watercolor, you guys taped it down to a board. So then when it got wet, it would bubble, but it would always go back flat. With this, we want to stretch it so it's pulled nice and tight. That way our paint will apply to it really nicely, and everything will work really well. We're just going to leave this on here and try to dry center it on the board before we start tacking it down. I've got all the tools I'm going to need here. So I've got a staple gun. We have an industrial gun. We have some staples, which you'll find behind the gun. Usually there's some loose little guys in here, and then there's some other boxes that you can use, but use what's in here first. All the guns load the same. There's on the butt end of the gun, there's some sort of release area where you can load staples, okay? All my guns, it says load here, and then it says do not load here. So if you read it, you'll know as well, but it load in here, and they all load, whoop, they all load like this with the staple points up. So like the legs up, you can load that up like that, and then you just push this back until it clicks. So some of the guns are a little older, they have a different mechanism here, but it all has a little butt here. And there's also a tension dial on some of them too. You can dial that up to towards the plus, so it shoots a little harder. There's a spring in here though that will then set a little harder, and we'll see how good of hand strength you guys have. My painters build their strength. When you start this, you always are going to start in the middle, okay? So I got staples in. These staples make a noise, but they won't, you can't hurt yourself unless your hand is actually underneath it. So you're fine. Once you do the middle, you're going to go right away to the opposite side. So kind of like we did in watercolor, you would tape one side, then tape the other. What you're learning right now is actually what you would do when you work on a stretcher frame like this. So when you do the same thing we're doing right now, and if you take painting 2 with me, we'll start in the middle and we'll pull and we'll do the same thing. So what you're learning now is just on a board versus on a stretcher frame. Okay, so then I go to the other side. It doesn't matter which side you start with, you can pick. But once you pick a side, it's really critical that you go to the middle on the opposing side. And on this side, I'm attempting to pull it slightly. So I'm pulling slightly, and I'm putting my staples in at least a ½ inch. You don't want to get too close to the edge, otherwise it'll just pull itself out because they pull really, really tight. Once you've got one side done, then you're just going to continue, or all centers tacked. We're going to start working our way from the middle to the corner, and we'll put staples in. I'm not really pulling right now so much as just attempting to kind of get the canvas square or parallel with the edge of the board. And I'm going to work from the middle, and all I'm making sure of right now is that I'm not trapping any canvas in here. So I don't want that situation happening. So I'm kind of pulling this way, and I'm also pulling back slightly just to make sure my canvas is parallel with the edge of my board. I mentioned going about 3 inches or so. What you don't want to do is put a gazillion of these in, because eventually we have to pull them all out. And that's a really difficult thing to do. If you get one that doesn't go in, or you put it in the wrong space, what you're going to want to do is use these tools. You'll want to pry these out, and you'll have to kind of dig underneath and pull one end up, and then use the pliers to just roll it out. Don't pull like this, because you'll end up hitting yourself in the face. Just use the tools. Use the tools the way they're meant to be used. Roll it. Use it like a lever. Use it so it functions correctly, and you don't have to risk harm to yourself. Tack that down, and we'll just continue. Then I'm going. What's your guess? Where am I going next? Opposite side. So you can have a friend help you pull if you want. If you don't have the hand strength to do it on your own, you can have them pull, and you staple kind of between their fingers. Like I said, it's hard to dig all these out later because they go deep into the plywood, and then you have paint over them sometimes too. So now I'm going to pull slightly. I want it to be stretched, and then I'm just going to keep going here. And once I've done this, you can see as I go, there's less and less wrinkles. There might be a few yet, just creases that were from the canvas roll. Once we prime it though, those will come out as well. I shouldn't have, like, if I do have like this right there, I might actually pull that up and pull that so I don't have that. These staples then get tossed, and we'll just make sure that we don't end up having any of that canvas buckled there on the corner. Okay, last side. Thanks for bearing with me here. Okay, I'll go around with the hammer and I'll just hammer these down just so when you're painting you don't get your hand on it. And it just secures the canvas in. Hold your hammer as far back as you can instead of this. You get the full weight of the hammer. And then what we'll do is we're going to prime this with 2 coats of paint. Okay?